And guess what this guy said? When I stood up in front of everyone, and this guy is like, so you're from a village? You're from that place that has not even a single petrol station? That place with the poorest roads? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Annette Mary, now Kenya. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're safe everywhere you are. I hope you're keeping the social distance. So today I would like to share a story with you guys about how I lost self-esteem for where I come from, and then I managed to get it back somehow. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Yes, thank you so much. So guys, it's story time. Okay, once upon a time. So I think it was in 2006 when I went to boarding school. I moved from my home area and then went to Masaka to seek better education. I'm one of those people who moved from rural areas to go to urban areas to seek better education. Yes, I was blessed. So when I was there, I think it was in as in P6, after some years. Yeah, I was in P6, and then one time oh yes, I come from Sembabule district. Yes. So one time we're in class, and then this teacher of ours asks, who is from Sembabule district? So I put up my hand, and guess what this guy said? When I stood up in front of everyone, and this guy is like, so you're from a village? You're from that place that has not even a single petrol station? That place with the poorest roads? So this guy only said bad things about where I come from. And guess what happened to me? As in P6, I was still young. I was like, oh my god, I think I come from the worst place. And from that day on, I didn't want to ever mention where I come from. And the worst bit is that time everyone had got to know in class. People used to laugh at me. And I wasn't the only person, but as were like 3 people in class, but the other 2 people were not known. I only knew them. But then that time I was like, I'm never going to say or tell anyone the place that I come from. So when I was done with primary and now went to secondary, I was blessed again to move to an urban area to seek better education. This time around I went to Kampala. And in Kampala I went to a girls' school. So one time I'm having a conversation with one of my friends, like we're in our group, and then this girl asks me, Annette, where did you come from? So I'm like, I'm from Masaka. This time around I didn't mention Zimbabwe. Yeah. After saying that, all along, like every time someone asked me where I come from, I would never tell them the truth. I would either say Masaka or slide over. So this time around, this babe asked me, and I was like, I'm from Masaka. She's like, oh my god, you're from the village. First, she used to come from Kampala. Yes. But then when she said that, I'm like, oh god. Now this was in senior 3. Like, do I have to be here because I come from the village? Like, is it my choice? Or is it my choice to come from the village? But then I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, I think I'm never going to tell anyone where I exactly come from. And people who used to ask me, I'll be like, I come from Masaka. That's it. That's it. And yet, and for some people, even Masaka seemed more of a village. And then I was like, what if I tell them that I go past Masaka? I'm like, I'm not telling anyone. However, when I finished senior 4, I came back to the very school, and in senior 5 and 6 I started opening up a little bit, because I was beginning to understand that actually where you come from doesn't define you. Yes, if it's even a village, it should be an inspiration for you to, it should be something, a pushing force to you, for you to even be like you stand out from the people who come from there. If they believe people from there are too local, then do something make a difference. Okay, so in senior 5, senior 6, I started telling a few people that I come from Zimbabwe, but I never used to talk about it so much. But then when I finished senior 6 and then went to university, I thought about myself and I'm like, Annette Mary, are you going to are you going to go to university and begin lying to people about where you come from? And then I thought to myself, like, in university there are people from different places, from different countries, from people of different races, so it doesn't make sense for you not to say where exactly come from if someone asked you. So when I went to campus, I was like, you know what, guys, I am going to say that I come from that place where I come from. Whether you laugh at me, whether you say what, I'm going to be honest with you and I'm going to be frank about it. I'm proud of it. And guess what? At university, actually, people didn't have a problem with it. I realized when when you're still young, when you're growing up, there is that kind of, is it? I don't even understand it. Is it the age? Yes, people. There is a way people used to zone some people, like maybe you're from the village, maybe you do not know how to dress well, and then there's the time when some people used to have phones, and then as we didn't have phones, oh god, things were not okay. But yeah, it is only a stage of life, and guess what? Where you come from doesn't define you. It should actually be an inspiring force for you to stand out. Yes, that is what I normally tell myself. Where I come from doesn't define me, and you too. I know there could be someone in the same shoes, and you're like, I can never tell people where I come from. Yes, but it doesn't define. It should be something to inspire you to actually come out and say you are from that place and be a representative. Hmm? There could be someone else who is from that place, but because they do not have the esteem to actually say it, they keep quiet. But when you stand out, it also gives them the confidence to actually be proud of where they come from. Okay, yes, and some of the things that actually gave me the courage to begin telling people about where I come from is that some people would ask me, "Hey, Annette, which place are you from?" And then I'm like, Zimbabwe. Then they're like, the way you behave, you don't seem to be coming from a village. I'm like, hey, how am I supposed to behave? How do people from villages behave? How do they speak? Because I don't know why people think people who come from a village don't know English. Guys. And then they also feel like these guys dress in a local way. I don't understand. Is there a limit on how people from the village? Anyways, guys, so be proud of where you come from. Be that representative. Be that outstanding representative. Represent where you come from very well. If they say people from the village behave in a way that say no to that and be proud. Tell them I come from this place and we do this. Yes, be proud. And from that time, when I set myself free, when I decided and chose to be open about where I come from, and today if someone asks me, I'll gladly tell them I'm a villager from Zimbabwe district, and they'll not believe, but guess what, it is what it is. So guys, that was it for this video. Yes. I hope you please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. You know it means a lot to me. That is why I'm going to keep on singing it in your ears. So please like and share and comment where necessary. Don't forget to be yourself. You know what? Because an original is more expensive than a copy. Okay, see you guys next time in the next video. Bye. I love you so much.